If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube or follow us here on Instagram. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is January 23rd, 2020. And today is Thursday morning, so looking at the major economic events of the day out of the European Union this afternoon at 2:45 South African time, we have a main refinancing rate coming out. And then later today at 8 p.m. South African time, we have weekly crude oil inventories numbers coming out. That's an important event. Both are very important. We'll discuss them. But first, looking at the markets, we saw the Aussie dollar and the British pound actually gain versus the US dollar this morning. Aussie dollar gaining because of unemployment, better than expected unemployment numbers coming out. And looking at the indices, the Dow Jones finally tapers off at 29,000, but the NASDAQ still remains strong, and we'll see what component of the NASDAQ remains strong. And looking at the commodities, gold bounces while oil retraces to support, maybe because of this number coming out later today. We'll see. And then lastly, looking at the stocks, it's Intel that breaks to new highs, all-time record highs, but not historic highs. We'll take a look at that as well and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're taking a look here at the Euro USD at a daily chart. You can see we're at that bottom of the range once again. Okay, we've been range-bound trading between this 111 or call it 112 and this 110.70-ish level. We're right there, 110.80-ish level. So this may be a point where this bounces today, okay, if the refinancing rate is positive. So something to consider today, okay? But looking at some of the other markets as well, we're taking a look here at the GBP USD. You can see we're at that top of the range, a nice little rally there. And you can see the Aussie dollar as well this morning spiking up because of these employment change numbers that were positive. And as such, we may be challenging this position, but a tremendous fade opportunity existed right before. So something to consider. Now, I want to jump into the CAD just momentarily. Yesterday, we had a nice number that came out. It looked like it was potentially giving us a nice reversal to give us that correctional move. So far, it hasn't happened, okay? Doesn't mean that it won't happen, but it just hasn't happened yet, okay? Because we are looking at a daily. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. It's just breaking it just slightly, okay? But really, we're having a hard time with this resistance level at this 131.70-ish level and breaking out higher. Now, jumping into the commodities, we're going to first look at gold, trading at 1556, retracing a little bit, okay? Not doing much here, okay? Just really range-bound trading, less volatility, less action in it, okay? And something to consider. Now, when we look at oil, it actually retraced tremendously, okay? If just the other week or at the beginning of the month, we spiked because of what happened between the U.S. and Iran, spiking to almost $65 a barrel. We're now $10 below that. Okay, so tremendous fade opportunity. And looking at the daily, just to see if we do break this further down, we break this 55.46, we could definitely see it get back to the 54-ish area. Okay, so still some room for it to retrace on the downside. Now, the Dow Jones tapered off yesterday. Okay, let's look at a 4-hour chart. You can see we sold off almost aggressively, I would say. Okay, the first time that we sold off in quite some time, challenge this area. Okay, the upper area at 29,300-ish level, and we're getting close to this 29,000-ish area. Okay, so we're right there right now. So that's my new trading range from now. Okay, but that's something to consider. If it does break 29.40, it may correct itself further on the downside. Now, the NASDAQ remains strong, okay? Didn't retrace as aggressively as the Dow Jones. And really the thing that held it up, okay, is let's move to the Intel. Is Intel making all-time highs, yearly highs, okay? And breaking above this $58. We were challenged with it. We broke above it. We retraced, used it as a support level, and then countered that range on the upside, okay, coming out with really stellar earnings. So looking at a weekly, just to give you a perspective of it, okay, this is, I'm going to try and give you a historic highs here, all right, taking us back all the way to the year 2000. Yes, okay, that's how far we need to go back to see how strong this thing has been in the past, okay, and trading as far as 76 $1 a share. So this does have room to go up. So just consider that. Okay, it may retrace today, but it does have room to considerably go up further. Now, looking at the other stocks, they tapered off. Okay, Facebook is the only one that's really strong, 2020. If you look at Apple, 317, retracing a little bit there. But altogether, the markets are still strong, okay? When is the correction going to come? I'm not sure, okay? But you're going to have to really look for something, one of these major component stocks to really retrace significantly to bring the rest of the market down, because otherwise the market is going to considerably continue going higher, at least until we hit some turbulence sometime in the middle of February, or the beginning of February rather, and we get into the Iowa caucus, and we'll see who the final Democratic primary candidate is going to be that's going to go up against Trump, and that's going to be something of a deciding force. Okay, so something to consider today as we enter the latter part of this week. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.